So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us, viewers. It's Wednesday night right here in Trinidad and Tobago. After the big festival in our country. We had Fantastic Friday, we had Drink Rum Saturday, we had Take More Load Sunday, we had Get Drunk Again Monday, and then why get sober when we have our next drunkard day in Trinidad and Tobago. So Trinidad and Tobago, over the weekend was the Carnival weekend. We hope that many of you are safe and sound in your beds. Some of you on your job sites, some of you looking at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on your television, on Facebook, on YouTube. I must say, for those of you who did not attend the Carnival, whatever activities that you have done with your family and friends, we do hope you enjoyed it very much. For those on the streets, those who jump with the mass and the trucks, we hope you are healthy and in one piece, not 2 and 3 pieces. And for those of you that got an accident, well, we wish you a speedy recovery. Rum and steering don't ever deal together. They don't. They're always fighting. Steering want to go left and you want to go right. But nevertheless, viewers, I must say, thanks to Trinidad and Tobago Police Service who came out, the Army came out, the protective service of our country, they were out securing the citizens of our country. So I must say a special good night to them. And thank you for the service that you have rendered over the Monday and Tuesday for Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. So remember, viewers, I'm a licensed money lender. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. I love to put a smile in your face when you are wandering and down. Want to know where the money comes from? Well, at Real Talk, Finance and Investment Company, we are here to help you out. But in helping you out, like any other financial institution, there are requirements. You must have collateral, security, as we say, house, land, vehicle, gold. As long as you have these things, viewers, you can get in touch with us, set up an appointment, and come on down. Our numbers, on-screen, viewers, is our office numbers from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. In our South Office, 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shogunas, and 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. Those of you who have spiritual problems, remember, I'm a spiritual consultant. You can also call any one of those numbers to set up an appointment to meet me. So viewers, as we start our program tonight, remember, I am buying US currency. For those of you who have, yes, I am buying US currency. In Trinidad and Tobago, we could hardly get anything in the bank. So we have to pay more money on the outside for US, which they would say we encouraging black market. But how could you be encouraging black market when the financial institution don't even have enough to give us? Where there's a demand, there must be a supply. Always remember that. So as we start up our program tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, the Minister of Youth Development and National Service, Foster Cumming, have stated that the MILAT program is not a boot camp and is actually aimed at altering the attitude of young people. In a release issued, the minister responded to an article entitled "Anti-Bullying Groups Reject MILAT." Now I will tell you something. The anti-bullying group, they rejected the MILAT. But what did they come up with? You see, I will tell you something. There are all sorts of groups in Trinidad and Tobago. But are they coming out with solutions for situations? No, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. Now, when we started the highlight school fight, I asked Gatsby Dolly if she was sleeping. I asked her if she was sleeping. How do we deal with bullying in school? I asked her that. For days of hammering Gatsby Dolly, until she met with her team, came up with a solution and said, anytime you're caught bullying or fighting in school, you will be expelled from school. We have that video? Expelled. Well, Gatsby Dolly talk about it. Yeah. So Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to understand, as long as you are caught fighting in school, As long as you are caught fighting in school, Ghastly Dolly said you will be expelled. Remember last week, Wednesday, for almost 30 minutes in our program, we dealt with school bullying and school fights. And I asked principal of those schools to expel students immediately. As long as you find out John do it, John, you're expelled from school. You see, I could tell you something. Principals in Trinidad and Tobago, there's one their schools to be a school without fight. So everything now, you will find them sweeping it under the carpet. Principal love to sweep it under the carpet. You know why it is to know Saieed Ali running Shogona school and no fight in that school? That time everything going on under the carpet. In a release issued, the ministry responded to an article, Anti-Bullying Rejects My Lad. Now, in the article, the Silver Lining Foundation advised government to rethink its school violence strategy, saying that violence cannot fix violence. In the first place, why it is you as a student going to practice violence in the school? First thing first, Silver Lining should ask a question. Why it is a student is practicing violence in school? So when one child beat up a next child, what you want to do? The child who beating up the other student, what you want to do? Give him a 200? Give him a 200? You're going to give him a 500 for beat up a next student? No, you bust that next boy head. Well, Solia, you don't feel what a boss head is? Boop shot. That video? So take a look at this video, Trinidad and Tobago.
Mr. President, by law, students under the age of 16 are required to be enrolled in an educational institution.
1 second. Senator Thompson, you can take a seat.
Start from the beginning.
Minister.
Thank you. However, the Education Act provides for expulsion of students by the minister under certain circumstances. MILAT is a special educational institution and can therefore accommodate the educational continuity of students outside of the mainstream school system. This is the legal framework which underpins the compulsory enrollment of students under the age of 16 into MILAT. While these students may have behavioral challenges and may not be able to strive in the school environment, as far as possible, the government is committed to giving them every opportunity for transformation so that they can become productive citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. For those students over the age of 16, while they are not required to compulsorily register, the MOE will continue to recommend their registration at MILAT and assist in any way possible to allow them to continue their education in that transformative environment.
So you are saying that...
Now, when you are caught in school, beating another child, you will be expelled. You will be expelled. Trinidad and Tobago, I want you to understand something. You will be expelled. If they have nothing that you're being suspended, you know. No. Days for suspension gone. Days for suspension gone. You cannot beat up a child and say you'll be suspended for 7 days and then you're coming back in school. No. You will be expelled. There's an incident that happened in the Bara West Secondary School. Let me tell you something. Tonight, we went and stink up that school. We stinking up the school and everybody who trying to cover up our incident. Let me tell you something now. We go wait till that time reach. Now, hear this, eh? The minister added that it should be highlighted that the MILAT program is organized using a Qashqai military model for structure and function with a strong focus on character, leadership development, and disciplined citizen. Now they need the community with community service. Who said MILAT was an advantageous school? And everybody say prison, you just go when you commit a crime, you go to prison. You beat up somebody's child in school, you head into MILAT. Because I asked Gatsby Dolly on national television, you're under 16, you could commit a crime. Over 18, you commit a crime, you're big jail. If you're under 18 and you commit a crime, where are you going? Oh, they're too young to go to jail. Really? You are too young to have a gun stick in your waist? You ain't too young to be walking with a penknife in your pocket. You ain't too young to be walking with a scissors in your pocket. Scissors? You're a seamstress? You're a seamstress, you're walking with a scissors? Are you a tailor, you're walking with a scissors? No. I stood right here and I pushed for Gatsby Dolly. Bring out something for school fight. During the 2024 budget debate, the Minister of Education, Dr. Nian Gatsby Dolly, said students expelled from the education system will be enrolled in Myla to continue their development. See? When they get expelled, some would say Myla is like a prison. No, Myla is not a prison. Myla is not a prison. If your parents sending you in school to take an education, to come out somebody better in life, and you want to beat up people's children in the school, is not a problem. We have dedicated a place for you. Dedicated. So last week Wednesday, I showed many schools. Many schools in Trinidad and Tobago had fights. And I demanded the principal on national television. I demanded the principal expel those students, you know. Because if you ain't expel them student, you are the one will be held responsible for them children, you know. I just think of principal and I don't care who he is, you know. I do business with your mother and your father and your grandmother, you know. I don't believe if the prime minister is your uncle, you know. That have nothing to do with me and the boy getting beat up in school, you know. I have a story to tell you about that incident in Bara. Tell Joe to get the parents on it. I have an incident to tell you about an incident that happened in Bara. Let me tell you something. The ministry now, after tonight, the Ministry of Education, listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago, and I want somebody in the ministry to tell Gatsby Dolly, this is the first program on national television might get a principal moved. Me asking all that, telling all that, you know. I not asking, I telling, you know. People, I just tell people, when you hear I light my light, don't trust me, you know. I will move here, you know. I will move here, you know. Whether you move with your foot twist, whether you move with your hand bend, or you walk off the job naturally. This is school bullying. It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing. No parents shouldn't have to go through hearing when you hear the child come home and tell them they were bullied in school. Imagine your son and your daughter coming home and around their eye and their cheeks and their lip bust up, nose swell up. Which parents would love that? Which parents? But I hear it have a group. It have a group of boys in Bara West. Let me tell you something now. Incidents have been happening in Bara West Secondary School. And somebody wants to go under the carpet. But tonight after this program, this might be the first time a principal or a teacher being moved from our school. And I want Gatsby Dolly, let me tell you something, honey. Pay close attention. Pay close attention. I'm telling you that on national television tonight. Got the parents online? Alright, so Trinidad and Tobago, before I go to our live interview, I want you to listen to this. Listen to this story, eh? Parents of a Bara West secondary student who have been beaten by a group of students in school are calling on the Ministry of Education to step in. Let me tell you something. Don't step in, all are running, I learned all I know one time, all are running. A 70-year-old Form 5 student is writing exam in the next 2 months. But his parents intend to keep him home and his 2 younger siblings. They also attend the same school. The parent names were withheld for protection of identity. I want to let you understand that. The father is a pundit. I had an interview with him today. Said his son was leaving classroom when school was dismissed. On Thursday, a boy struck him on his neck and he fell to the ground. Now listen this, Trinidad. Other students joined in and began kicking, beating, stomping the teenager. During the attack, the student was knocked unconscious. You see how bad it is? Unconscious. I want to let her listen, Trinidad and Tobago. The group of students only stopped when a teacher intervened. The beaten teen regained consciousness shortly after. The father claimed a student informed them about the incident. The principal of the school did not contact the parents. I'll keep that in mind. The students, not the students, the teenagers believed he was attacked in relation of an incident between a girl. Now, I hear a letter story about this girl, Yes, all the info. I tell you, we're busting it tonight right here on national television. Now, between a girl and his sister. He said earlier, that day, a girl attacked his sister. And his friend helped her. They have also been attempting by 4 boys to rape the sister. But the principal, hey principal, this going on the carpet? We talk about Bara West. Hey principal, how come you say nothing about the almost attempted rape? Oh, you want to shove it under the furry carpet? Well, we don't shove it under the carpet till you come out on the next side. You know who pulling it on the next side? I pulling it out on the next side. So while you sweeping it down on this side, I collecting it on the next side. You want to play carnival? You want to play stick fight? Stick fight is a boss head, Principal and teachers, stick fight is a boss head. While the teen did not suffer any major injuries, he had bandage on his left arm, several cuts, and was wearing a neck brace. An attempt to contact the Ministry of Education, Dr. Nyan Gaspi Dolly, for a comment were unsuccessful. I'll tell you something, I'll tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. There is a petition of over 100 parent signature. 100 and more signature signed by parents to get the stinking principal out of the school from Bara West Secondary School. So viewers, we have online the parents of the student that you were seeing just now. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
How are you?
Well, we're in a state of, we're getting yet, trying.
Alright, so you are live on Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on Trinidad and Tobago television. I want you to tell Trinidad and Tobago what happened to your son on the day he was beaten.
Okay, so earlier there was an incident with a girl made a fake account telling my son that she liked him. Now he say he didn't like she. So she went and tell she friend, me know what and what and what. So our next girl come to beat my daughter. So she ran in the classroom with she brother for protection, obviously. When she ran in the classroom, our next student tells she to leave. He shoved her out because she was coming to hit my daughter. That finished, they went to the office. The principal then knew that the account that she made was fake.
Hold on. So the principal know that this girl made a fake account?
Right, but I don't know if it's the principal or the VP or who picked it up because I wasn't there, but that's what they tell me, right?
Okay, okay.
So, right. So they didn't think that matter. In the evening, when my son was in his class, that finished there. When it was in the evening now, he come out of the classroom to come home. As soon as he come out of the classroom, he was jump kicked to the neck, knocked unconscious in the drain of the school.
In the school compound?
In the school, in the classroom, as soon as he come out of the classroom, in the school compound, he was knocked out. One kick to the neck, jump kick to the neck. He felt unconscious. Then a few of them started to jump on top of him. They started to stomp him in the head and the neck. After that, a teacher saw, they came, they ran away the kids and everything. Nobody from that school called me. A student of that school pick up the phone and call me and say, Auntie, come quick. They beat my son. And he unconscious.
So a student contacted you all?
Yeah, exactly. Then I was going to my daughter, my small daughter in school at that time. So I reached up there. When on the way, my daughter called me. She had to get her phone borrowed and call and tell me, Mommy, come quick. She was standing by the guard booth. When she's standing by the guard booth, a boy passed and tell she, go leave a gift for you in the classroom. See if he's dead or you're alive.
Hold on.
Sure.
So your daughter found out what was going on, got her phone and contacted you to come and see what is taking place with your son.
A next student tells she, go and see, we leave a gift for you in the classroom. Go and see if your brother dead or alive.
So a student told your daughter to go and see if her brother dead or living?
Yes, and that's how she dropped her school bag and she started to run back to go to the classroom. When she went, she saw he was moving, he was bleeding, real bleeding. She didn't know if he was stabbed. She didn't know what had happened to him. A teacher was there. I never see the principal. Still nobody had called me. When I reached, I jumped out the car and I started to run to the office. When I went, my child was seated on a chair. He was in and out consciousness and he was bleeding. Two teachers was trying to stop the bleeding. I asked him what happened. Nobody knows. I asked the principal. Well, argument takes place between my husband and the principal because nobody knows what's going on. So they started to think. I take up my time and I say, you know what? I go into the hospital. As soon as I walk out, he fainted on top of me. He fell to the ground. I couldn't hold him. We stayed on that ground for 2 hours waiting on an ambulance. The police came, they take report, everything. He regained consciousness, then he out of it again. He going in and out. Trying to know. He didn't even know who I was.
No.
He didn't know who I was.
Go ahead.
On the yard of the school, he fell in the yard.
So for almost 2 hours, your son was more or less
on the ground. Yes. He was on the ground waiting for an ambulance. The police was there. Hearing a next student running up, coming up the hill to tell me, Auntie, look, the boys coming back to finish the job. They say they're coming to finish the job. But when they saw the police vehicle, they ran.
Oh, so here it is. The students that did the act on your son, they could be identified in the school?
Well, I forget to tell you this. When the fella kicked my son, one of the boys left his shoe behind.
Okay.
And a teacher carried to the office, and I'm not seeing where that shoe went.
Oh, so they have the shoes of one of the boy.
Right. They're supposed to have one of the shoes of the boys there. Because apparently when he kicked my son, when he stomped him in the head in the drain, the shoe fell off when they ran.
Okay. Now if they have the shoes of one of the boy who beat your son,
right,
police supposed to have that as evidence, correct?
Right.
So is the shoes missing from the school or is it?
I didn't hear anything. To tell you the truth, nobody reached out to me from the school as yet. Nobody. Up to this day, Tomorrow make a week, nobody reach out to me from the school. Saying that, to ask if my son okay or nothing.
So somebody from the school probably gave back the boy who beat your son his shoes?
I think so, because I don't know where it went.
Oh, so all of a sudden our shoes went missing in the school?
Right. I don't know where the shoes are, but I know that the shoes were supposed to be in school.
Tell us the incident about the daughter almost being raped.
Well,
at the same
that
Bara
was last term or so. 4 boys came in her class. A teacher was there, right? And he claiming he didn't see. My daughter have time. Call your brother, take out your phone from her next class. Come out and run out the classroom because there was corner entry in the classroom. 4 boys. I went in school for that same thing. That same thing. And the principal tell me they got looking into it. They got looking into it.
What came out of that incident?
Nothing. I never heard anything about it again.
So that just swept under the carpet and that was it right there?
Apparently. That is why this one. Look, last week we had an incident of another boy beat, it's 3 kids I have in that school, a Form 1, a Form 4, and a Form 5. They beat the little Form 1, just last week,
What came out of that?
Nothing. I made a report to the police station.
No report, nothing?
No, nothing.
Tell us the incident about your second son being beaten.
Pardon? I'm not hearing you.
The younger brother.
Yeah, well, the same thing. A boy hold him and choke him up and whatever and thing. And I went in school for that. I tell the principal. I said, sir, look at what's going on wherever. They made a big thing. They write a report. Every time they go in school, is write a report and leave it, and they were looking at it. I've been writing reports and we're not getting it. I don't know where it's going. We have seen anything being done, because if you write in the report and you look into it, this not supposed to reach so forward and knock out my son. It's supposed to stop, not get worse.
Correct. Police supposed to be intervening.
Exactly. And all these things, you're not hearing about it. So I'm not going to wait, Saeed, until they kill one of my children there. Something must be done,
So Bara West Secondary School have had a lot of fights recently, correct?
Correct.
What is the principal saying concerning these fights, or teachers? What are they saying about it?
Well, I ain't hear from no teacher. I ain't hear from nobody.
Is it true that your son is enrolled? Tell us a little bit about your son with his activities in the school. Okay,
so my son plays cricket for school. He is the tougher there. He's in the cricket club. He's in the police youth group. He's in our Clark Community Cultural Youth Group. He's our youth officer. So they're active. They're very, very active in his sports, in his taffa. He does beat drum. They're from spiritual background,
So he's quite active in the schools.
Of course. I think almost every children here know Varu.
Now we understand that your son is a well-known boy in the school. He's also one of those safe students, as we would say, no delinquent.
No. Because they come from spiritual background, So I grow them up differently.
They didn't grow up side in the road, as we would say.
No, of course not.
Now, has the police get in touch with you?
They launch an investigation, and yes, they working with me, yes.
So from the time the incident happened to now, has the principal gotten in touch with you?
No.
Has any teacher gotten in touch with you?
No.
Did you hear?
Pardon?
Did you hear of any student being suspended or expelled?
Nothing.
From the school?
Nothing. The Thursday evening this happened. The Friday, what I understand, they had walkathon, jump up walkathon thing in the school. Then went on as usual. My child left there almost 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening in a stretcher. Responsive and unresponsive. And nobody seemed to care. Nobody didn't reach out to me. Nobody had called. Nobody had said, well, how he doing? Is he okay? Nothing.
So what course of action? Now, do you know that if any student is caught fighting in school, they will be expelled immediately from school? Are you aware of this?
No, I did not know that. The principal told us that, the ministry has to put things in place, because all we could do is suspend them for 5 to 7 days and they will come back. I did not know that.
Get in touch with the principal and tell the principal, now, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm going to say this on national television.
Yes.
Get in touch with the principal and tell the principal that Gatsby Dolly said students who are caught bullying or fighting in school will be expelled immediately. And to see the condition of your son, can students in the school identify the individuals who beat up your son?
Apparently, because it's a gang of them.
A gang?
You know, it's a gang of them. So apparently everybody know them.
So which means the principal is supposed to be writing a letters to almost a gang of students to be expelled.
Exactly.
Get in touch with the principal and tell the principal that Saieed say the ministry have a new legislation where students must be expelled immediately from school once they're concerned in a fight in the school compound.
Exactly.
My dear, thank you so much for... Tell us, before we go, tell us a little bit about the application where almost 100 parents signed that they would need the principal to be moved from the school.
Well, there are other children being bullied as well, and we are asking all the parents to come out and speak out, because when we hide it and we leave it there, it's because, you know, it's getting worse. I was a parent who used to say they would look into it, and now look at where I end up. So I don't want this to happen to other children in the school. So I want the parents to come out more. I'm calling the parents to come out more. Speak up, because we know it's happening. We know it's happening.
So my dear, thank you so much for calling in and letting us know what took place in Bara West Secondary with your son. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but we're coming back on this same topic just for a little bit.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Realtalk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Realtalk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Realtalk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight?
You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So Trinidad and Tobago, let's show back the pictures of the boy who was beaten in school. If your son ends up like this, what you going to do? What you going to do? And I want the principal of Bara West Secondary School to understand, if they have no suspension, and if they have no 7 days, and if they have no students coming back there after 7 days, no, it have that. I want you all to understand that to the principal and the teachers of Bara West Secondary School. I want you all to understand. So the shoes, Trinidad and Tobago shoes was left back from one of the individual that was kicking and stomping on this student. And apparently, the boy who was in the act of beating up this student got back his shoes. Got back his shoes. So I want the principal of Bara West Secondary School to understand something. I understand you want to protect your school. I understand you might sweep things under the carpet with incidents. But I'll tell you something. You see this one? You see this one? Not this one. Not this one. Now Trinidad and Tobago, listen this here. Listen this here. I heard that when they was beating up the boy, one of them said, break his neck. What are you going to do as parents? What are you going to do as parents? Now we have some parents in Trinidad and Tobago. Trust me, Trinidad and Tobago. If that was my son, hey, I will tell you something on national television. Students, I'll tell you about me. I'll tell you about me. Once there was an incident where somebody wanted to bully my son in school. And I went in the school and I told the principal, I want to see every student and the parents of those students. Not knowing the principal used to sweep things under the carpet also. You know why? To protect the name of the school. Brother man, it didn't have nothing like protect, you know. It didn't have nothing like protect the name of the school, you know. I told the principal, I said, let me tell you something, honey. I said, this is my son. I said, I do spirit work. And I want you to understand something. I say, if I cripple these students and them, and also twist your hand for trying to sweep it under the carpet, what are you going to do me? I told the principal that. I said, what you going to do me? I said, because make sure your 2 hand bend and your 2 foot bend like I'm doing also. Those are the words that came out my mouth, and I told the principal that. I'm going to tell you something. Not a incident happened in that school again. Not a incident. And to know that we have teachers and principals in schools trying to upkeep the name of the school while parents' children are being bullied in the school, beaten in the school, and the principal ain't doing one blasted thing about it. One blasted thing them not doing about it. So hear this now. According to Saieed Ali, as long as they catch you fighting, you will be expelled. So I want, here what I want, and here what I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I want to see a gang of students from Bara West Secondary School being expelled. That's what I want. Principal, batten your crease, Dan. Batten your crease, Because every hand that hit that young man and every foot that stomp on that young man, all they're going to get expelled, Because I will tell you something. It have individuals who saw who was involved in it. It have individuals. I'm going to tell you something. All of them know what stupid is? All of them know what stupid is? All of them say how stupid Saieed is? There is a $5,000 reward that I will be putting out from next Monday to make sure the gang of students get expelled from that school and end up in my lot. Mark my words. See, bullying, I don't like that. I don't like bullying at all. The principal from Bara West can't do me nothing. If you're trying to protect the name of the school, Mr. Man, start doing letters. Start finding out who's the students and them that beat up that young man. Because I will tell you something. For days I'm going to run that on my program. You are paying my program. You're trying to protect Bara West? Well, I just think of Bara West. I just did that on national television. And there's going to be a reward. There is going to be a reward for students coming forward. For students coming forward and naming individuals who were caught up in that fight, in almost breaking the neck of this young man. Saieed Ali! You feel afraid to call you? I'm afraid to call you. You're a human being just like myself. You were voted in that position to make sure the education system in Trinidad and Tobago runs smoothly. To the boys and them also. To the 4 boys who wanted to rape. The student who you see on the stretcher just now, the 4 boys who wanted to rape his sister. Let me ask you something. To the parents of those 4 boys, you see, come on, the seriousness, I do business, I do business who bridge I bondong, To those 4 boys, if all the penis start rotting, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? When all the parents find out, all the penis decaying, what are you going to tell them? You going to tell them you don't know? Tell them Saieed going to do it. That's how stupid I is. All I feel like stupid and joke. Let me tell you something. I so dotish, God bless me with 7 different languages to speak. That's how stupid I is. You see, it have lines. You see, when you hear people cross lines with Saieed, it does have consequences. All I listen to what I telling earlier. You go tell me innocent children. Their parents working hard to send them to school. And a gang of bullies just want to bully them? Let me be real with all you on national television. Let me be real with all you. If that was my son in that stretcher, every individual who beat that boy, they lost in your 2 foot. Me asking you, I'm telling you. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. How you hit him? with my hand, you lost it from here. How you beat him? Well, you know, side I kick him, you lost your foot one time. Me asking you, telling you, you know, run back them pictures. Well, I feel like joking. Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Okay, I call in concerning the Bara West. That principal in that school putting everything under the mat, dusting everything under the mat, and from a long, long time now, he's a very slack man in that school.
You calling on behalf of the incidents that happened in the school?
Huh?
You calling on behalf of incidents that's happened in the school?
Yes. Okay? A lot of things going on in that school, and he's hiding it on the carpet there. A lot of things going on in that school. And he get out of that school.
Thank you, my friend. So Trinidad and Tobago, there's a petition of over 100 parents who wants the principal moved from the school. Let me tell you something. When you want to have a school, or when you want to be a leader in a school, in a position such as a principal, when any incidents happen in the school, you report it to the police. Let the police step in. You know how that is fixed at school? You know how that is fixed at school? When 1, 2, and 3 students start going YTC. That is how that is fixed at school. So principals in school throughout Trinidad and Tobago, when all you want to have a good name in a school, send 1 or 2 of them to UTC. YTC. Send 1 or 2 of them to YTC. So people would understand that the principal is having the school zero tolerance. I hope my son go to that school, because if anything happens to him in that school, the principal is making joke. That is what you call discipline. Discipline is not sweeping it under the carpet. Discipline is not where incidents happening over and over and over, and students getting 2 days, 3 days home and coming back again. What the hell kind of principal is that? That's a rotten banana. So I want Gatsby Dolly to understand. Let me tell you something, Gatsby Dolly. You as the Minister of Education, or let's deal with that, you know. Deal with that. Because I will tell you something. Parents is reach only up there before they trip, you know. I want you to understand that. You see why crime can't done in Trinidad and Tobago? Because those in authority do not want to step down and fix it. They don't want to step down and fix it. But I will tell you something. From next week, watch how names gonna start to call in that school, eh? Watch how names gonna start to call in that school. They have a saying that money talks. But I will tell you something. Money does talk for the right goddamn reason. For the right reason. So the principal, from next week, I must say John don't get expelled. John get expelled. John don't get expelled. John expelled. John don't. I hold a list of students get expelled. You see this incident? You see this incident? Let me tell you something. You see the son will get damaged in that school? His father is a pundit. The father is a pundit. They are well known in the community. People look up to them. I heard one teacher in the school say, and you was a pundit, how you cussing and getting on so? To that teacher, that should have been your damn daughter who almost get raped, or that should have been your son who neck almost get broken. Let me see what you would have do. You would have come by Saieed to borrow a little money, to pay a hitman, to get rid of that child who almost battered the life out of your goddamn son or daughter. This message what I just said, you're going to the teacher in that school. I know who he is, you know. I can get a picture and post up on TV, you know. And say, this is the teacher who said, well, Pundit, how will your cousin so? I can get a picture and post up in the teacher. Don't feel like I know you, you know. Let's say a son get bruised up in school and his father, my son almost died and you asking me how I get on so? That's, hey, to the teacher, hey, hope nothing happened to your son and daughter in schools, you know. Because I would love to see your reaction. And then I'll side go hit you back in your face. Why you getting on so? Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. Too much incidents happening in schools. And everybody want to sweep it under the carpet. It had nothing going on no carpet by me, you know. Because thus far, Trinidad and Tobago, they have confidence in Saieed in getting something done. I am the only man on national television got 11 legislations and amendment passed when Faris Al-Rawi was the Attorney General. The only man could have pushed for something and get it done is me side. Me a boasting, you know, I have a track record laid down. I have a track record laid down. And when I tell all the names gonna start calling that school next week, trust me, students going home. Students going home. And parents would want to know now how my son come home. Run back that video, that picture. For parents who will be wondering why your son get an expel letter from school, it's because of this. It's because of that. And I want to play bullies, or I should end up in big prison, boy. 4 o'clock in the morning when you get up, they dash cold water on you. Ice water. Look at that. You going to tell me you going to school and you end up like this? Innocent one. And for the young girl who making the Facebook, the fake Facebook, and blasting from Tom, Dick, and Harry, you know what you want? You know what you want, honey? You need to feel how a big woman is feel. That's what you need to do. There's a teenager, and you're getting on like a raccoon. You want to make fake profile and you want to go up and cuss everybody mother this and mother that and challenging you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, honey. Come back to me. Let me tell you something, honey. The way how I so dotish, the way how I so stupid, I will light one candle. And you see those fingers you're texting with? You see those fingers you're using? It will never touch anything again. Some of you will say it's threat. Some of you say go outside making threat. No, it's not no threat. It's not a threat. A parent's son, a parent almost lost their child in school. Their daughter almost got raped. What the principal doing? Sweeping it under the carpet? No, I will get my own team of police. Me I own no police, you know. Understand that? But I go have a team visiting the school. I go have a team visiting the school. You see, after tonight, one of them say break your neck. That's what they say, Navin. When the boy getting battered on the ground, they say stamp on the neck and break it. You want to break neck? You want to break neck? So for the student who said that now, here is Navin. Here is Trinidad and Tobago. You coming down your step nice and easy. Nice and easy. All of a sudden you slip and fall. You break your waist. You break. Munisiji body. I want to see something, Trinidad and Tobago. Break your neck. Break your neck. You're coming down the step nice and easy, and all of a sudden you end up like this for the rest of your life. You want a break? I tell you something, me asking all you know, I telling all of what I could do, you know. Me asking all you. Come back here. But next week, you see next week, Trinidad and Tobago, we have about 2 minutes again. You see next week in our Bara West Secondary School, the principal better have a list of students to expel. Take what I'm telling all you. You better have a list of students that you're ready to expel from the school. God have never failed any light that I have light. Never. Trying to we're out of time for tonight. But this, you see, tomorrow night, we're going to have a little continuation. Until we meet again, good night.